Today I'm going to do a square golf launch monitor uh, golf review today of the GC Sunny Bay course. Um, I'll tell you right up front, it's 18 holes. If you're not interested in watching the whole 18 holes, I'll just tell you how I ended up doing. I shot an 80. I think the par is a 72, so 6 over par. Uh, I like I like the course GC Sunny Bay, and you'll get to see it in a second. It's all 18 courses, all 18 holes of the course, and I had some three putts that hurt me. I had some pretty good approach shots come into the green, and I ended up shooting 86 over par. So I'll just get into the video now. And we're just going to close this up, go to the video, and we're going to start this video. So this is the first hole of the GC Sunny Bay Square Golf Launch Monitor. You'll see me looking up because it's easy for me to look at my TV and see what's going on with my TV. But the first hole is a par 5, 528 yards. It's elevated 10.4 yards up, and you'll see me using mostly off the tee box for any par 4s, par 5s, using my hybrid. My sim, I don't have enough room in my sim to swing my longer, like my driver or my 3-wood. I can swing it, but if I swing it the wrong way, I'll hit my ceiling. So for this round, whenever I'm in my sim, if I'm from the tee box, I always use my hybrid. So you'll see me switching to my hybrid. If I forget to switch to my hybrid, you might see a different club at the bottom. But just know any tee boxes where I'm teeing off for a par 4, par 5, I'm using my my hybrid. Okay, so I'll get this started. So like I said, this is hole number 1. It's a par 5, 528 yards. Well, no, 442 yards. It's elevated 10.4 yards. Got a wind speed left to right 7 miles an hour. My first concern is just to get it over the water. Love to get it into the fairway. And I'll be going with my hybrid on this. If you're ever considering the Square Golf Launch Monitor, you want to know what the courses are like, they're not bad. I like them. I like this course a lot. I thought it was a really great course, and Square Golf Launch Monitor offers a lot of virtual courses. So right now, all I'm doing is I'm just adjusting my target line with my 3 hybrid. And sometimes, I think this video is going to be a little over an hour to see all 18 holes. Sometimes there is a little bit of delay. So got my first tee shot. Not a great strike with my hybrid. Usually I can carry my hybrid around, 200 yards. I know there was wind there, but I carry that 150 with my hybrid. Kind of topped it, didn't get a great shot on it. So now I've got 272 yards into the pin, elevated 10.6 yards, still got a good wind left to right, 7 miles an hour. And I think I go with my hybrid. Yeah, I go with my hybrid again with this shot. Again, top it, not great, but no damage done. Kept it in the fairway. Got it down there 187 yards. So about now 84 yards to the pin. 84 yards to the pin, elevated 7.6 yards up. Going with my lob wedge here. Still got a nice wind coming left to right across. My target line, I think, if I remember correctly, I should move this to the center. Aim for the center of the center of the green. Sometimes it can take a little bit longer because I'm trying to figure out exactly what club I want to use. Yeah, so I'm adjusting my target line to the center of the green. Hoping maybe I can get a good strike on this, and hopefully the wind can carry it towards the hole. So yeah, I'm going with my lob wedge. Got a okay strike on it, but ended up in the bunker. So in the bunker now. No, sorry. I ended up on the green. I ended up on the green with that. So now I am putting for my par, and 35 feet to the pin. What I didn't take into consideration, I was looking at the slope, right to left, had that line, but I didn't realize, or I didn't take into consideration that it was 5 inches up to the pin. So I'm making this putt for the 35 footer, but you'll see I end up leaving this pretty short. The reason I left it short is because I did not take into consideration the 5 inches up. So still got a right to left putt here, almost 11 feet. I have a gimme circle set to 4 feet. You know, I would love to make this putt, but if I get into the gimme circle, which, I'm pretty confident I can, it's going to be a 3 putt and a bogey. So I get my putt lined up, left it short again, got in the concede circle for a bogey and my first 3 putt. Yeah, so this is a par 72. So we move on to the second hole. 313 yards to the pin, down 5 yards. Got a wind right to left coming at me, 8.4 miles per hour. I'll be using my 3 hybrid. You may hear my heater, my diesel heater in the background. Hope that's not too loud, but it's a little chilly here today in Ontario. I'm in Ontario, Canada. Make my strike with my hybrid. I push it left, but I get decent carry on that. That's pretty much a carry I can make with my hybrid, 205 yards. And now I'm on the left side. I'm in the left side rough. So I'm in the left side rough. That means I've got a minus 10% deduction. So 110 to the pin, up 5.3 yards. So 115, roughly about, playing about 125, 127 to the pin. With the wind coming at me at 8.4 miles an hour, I am going to select my pitching wedge and hope to carry this to the green. Decent strike, carry at 93 yards. Not a great strike, but now I'm in the bunker. 19 yards to the pin, up 2.2 yards. I just would like to just put this up on the green and have a putt for my par. But when you're in the bunker, it's a minus 40%. So this is actually playing like almost 30 yards to the pin. Use my lob wedge. I hit it way well. I hit it over the green into the second cut here off the green. Now 18.2 yards down, half a yard. Gonna go with my lob wedge, just a little pitch shot. I'd like to carry this roughly maybe about, you know, 15 yards and get some rollout. Um, Again, I push that left and past the concede circle. So this is my bogey putt coming up, 9.99, almost 10 feet, pretty level, moving right to left. Do my line right of the cup. It's a little bit uphill, but not very much. And I make the putt. Nice putt. So I'm playing on 8 stimp greens today. Um, my turf in my sim is roughly about an 8 stimp. So that's what I'm playing today, an 8 stimp. Hole number 3, par 3, 135 yards to the pin. Got a good wind coming at me, 10 right to left, 10.5 miles per hour. I probably chose my 9 iron here. Got a good strike on it, carried it to the green, carried it 121.6 yards. And now for my birdie putt, I'm 41 feet out. The pin is 3 inches out, 3 inches up. I'm not seeing on this hole, I'm not seeing a whole lot of crazy break on it. Um, I don't know if I change my alignment on this, but just looking at this right now, I mean, my line would probably still be pretty much at the hole, and it is. I didn't change my line on that. Just didn't get enough on that putt. Left it short, a little over 6 feet, 6.5 feet. Uh, Slightly bit uphill, not very much. And my line's probably going to be just aiming right at the hole. I lipped that out. Yeah, I remember that putt. There was some f bombs on that putt. So ended up with a three putt. Well, again with that hole, um, another bogey. Hole number 4, 338 to the pin, down 7.5 yards. Got a wind right to left, 8.5 miles per hour. Going to use my hybrid off the tee box here. I think I do a little bit of adjustment on my line. Yeah, moving it left. I did have some pretty good approach shots coming into the green. I think this hole is one where I had a pretty good second shot. Had a great tee off. Carried that 207 yards right in the heart of the fairway. Was really happy with that tee shot. 147 yards to the pin. It's up 6.1 yards. So playing, about 153 yards. Got a good wind coming at me, still right to left, 8.5 miles an hour. It's saying down there that I have my 9 iron. I'm pretty sure I chose my 8 iron for this one. I usually carry my 8 iron about, one 155. So would have chose my 8 iron for this shot. Got a good strike on it, felt really good. Watching it come in, knew it was going to be on the green. Great shot, getting into the concede circle for a birdie. And this is the replay. Really great shot. Felt great coming off the club. Clubs I'm using is a Kirkland or the Kirkland Signature clubs. Just picked them up last week. I love them. I think they're great irons. I also picked up the Kirkland driver. I haven't used that yet because I don't want to swing it in my sim. But I love the Kirkland Signature irons. So hole number 5, 406 yards to the pin, up 4.2 yards. Got a strong wind coming right at me, almost 10 miles per hour again. And I'll be using my 3 hybrid. I like the square golf monitor. I love it. I think the courses they're fine for me. I mean, so I get my tee off here, push it left into the rough, carried that 171 yards. Yeah, I think I probably hit that pretty good. I mean, I had a real strong wind coming at me, so I don't think I can complain about that shot. But now I'm in the rough, so minus 10% reduction here. So I'll definitely be using my hybrid. I know I'm not carrying anywhere close to this green. Just get a strike on it. Nice little fade, I think, into the fairway. Puts me in good shape. Um, 70 yards to the pin. So I'm going to use my lob wedge here, 70 yards into the pin. Pin is up 2.2 yards. Strong wind coming right at me. I think my lob wedge is probably the club I need here. However, I did not grab, well, you'll see. I would have used my lob wedge on this shot, but you'll see the result in just a second here. Get a good strike on it. Way over carried it. Instead of grabbing my lob wedge, I grabbed my gap wedge and didn't take a look at it, didn't notice it when I was behind the ball. So I sailed that over the green. Dropped another F bomb there. Probably said something like, "Man, I wish I could have used. I would like to use a mulligan on that, but I'm not going to use a mulligan." Come back with a sand wedge. Brought that in. Just try to get a little chip shot up to it, but brought it in pretty hot, and ended up with a 13-foot putt. So this is a 13-foot putt. This is for bogey, I believe. This putt is for, yeah, this putt is for bogey. 1, 2, 3. No, this putt is for par, I believe. No, that putt was for bogey. Sorry about that. Yeah, so that putt was for bogey. Made a nice putt on it. Dropped it in for a bogey, so I was pretty happy with walking away with a bogey on that hole. Hole number 6, par 4, 370 yards to the pin, down 6.7 yards. Wind left to right, 8.2 yards. I'm going to use my hybrid here. So yeah, like I was saying, this is one of the Square Golf launch monitor courses. Sunny Bay, there's lots to choose from. Really like this course. This was my first time playing this course, and I really liked it. Square Golf launch monitor courses, they are known for very tight OBs, and but I didn't have too much trouble with OB today when I was playing this course. But I really like this course. Love the Square Golf launch monitor. Love the courses. For me, they're good enough. You can go to GS Pro, but So teed off with my hybrid, didn't get a great strike on that one, but it rolled into the fairway. Carried it 185 yards, leaving me with 175 yards to the pin. I am in the second, the first cut of the rough, so there is a 10% reduction here. So roughly playing about, let's say for 184, 188, playing roughly about 188. Still got the wind left to right. I adjust my line just to the center. That's what I'm aiming for, the center of the green. Got a strike on that. Carried it 167. Carried it right into the bunker though. So I'm in the bunker again now. I got a 40% reduction, so we'll say 10 yards. So playing like 14 yards up, 1 yard. So 15 yards, playing like 15 yards to the pin. Green looks like it's sloping right to left. I grab my lob wedge for this one. Overhit it. Carried it to the back of the green to the yeah, right, well, into the rough. So yeah, again, I've got another 10% reduction. Uh, grab my lob wedge, just want to make a nice little pitch, maybe till about 10 yards, let it roll out. I don't carry it that far. I carry it 8.1 yards, and I'm short of the concede circle. So now I've got a left to right putt, 5 feet, 5.5 feet, pretty level. I should adjust my line to the left, a couple to the left. Feel pretty confident about this putt. Think I can definitely make this putt. And I make the putt. Got my bogey. So, okay with that. Okay with grabbing a bogey there. It was a good putt. And move on to the hole number 7. Hole number 7 is 186 yards, playing down 0.2 yards. I've got a wind behind me now of 5.8 yards. Probably 186 yards. Going to use my 6-iron here. Hope the wind helps me out. And I can get on the green in regulation. If you like this video, I appreciate it. If you'd like it, subscribe, comment. Got any questions, please put them on there. But appreciate if you could subscribe. Would love to get to 50 subscribers, and I can start doing live. So yeah, if you like this video or any other videos I've done, please consider subscribing, and I'd really appreciate that. So got my strike on there. Top that ball. Not a great strike. I carry it 82 yards. So no green in regulation. 146. So 44 yards. 44 yards to the pin. Hoping to get this up and down. Gonna use my lob wedge. Again, overhit it to the back of the green. Now this will be just a little chip shot. Chip shot again with my lob wedge. 12 yards. Probably want to, it's going uphill. I'd like to carry this maybe till about 10 yards and hope it checks up, but I don't even get close. I get a lot of rollout though, and carry it through the concede circle, and now 6.5 feet away. Left to right, pretty level ground. Should adjust my target line left of the pin. Like I said, I had some pretty good putting today. Was feeling good about this putt too. Thought I definitely could make this putt. And like I said, the stimp of these greens are set to 8 today. Make the putt. Felt like it was a really good putt. I love the putting on square. I think the putting on square is fantastic. I've done a video on the accuracy of the putting on square, and I think it's helped my putting, and I really like the putting on square. So moving to hole number 8, a par 4, 381 yards, down 6.1 yards. Got a wind behind me, left to right. Going to tee off here with my hybrid. Got a good strike with my hybrid. Struck that real nice. Carried that 211. I think the wind helped me there. Got a rollout with a nice rollout. So, 222 yards with my hybrid. Wind definitely helped me there. But very good strike and in the fairway. So 159, almost 160 yards, down 4.7 yards. Still got the wind at my back, 7 miles per hour, left to right. Pretty sure that might, on the monitor there, it says 8 iron. I'm pretty sure I strike this with my 9 iron. Setting up my target line left of the pin, hoping the wind can help me out. I'm pretty sure I use my 9 iron here. Got a good strike. Carried that in real nice, hold and beautiful shot. Got into the concede circle for a birdie. There's my replay. I remember this hole. It was a 9 iron. I carried that 9 iron 157 yards with the wind, and a beautiful shot into the concede circle. So end up with another birdie, helping out the score. Hole number 9 is a par 5, 523 yards to the pin, down 4.6 yards. I got another nice wind at my back. 8 miles per hour, right to left. Got some hazard on the right with some water. Like I said, OB wasn't too much of a struggle for me today. There were some issues with it, but for the most part, it wasn't too much of a struggle. So I'm not too worried about that water on the right for this tee off. I'm going to use my hybrid. Get a strike, left side. Okay strike, nothing wrong with it. I'm not going to complain about that strike. Rolled it into the fairway, carried that 210 yards. Again, I think the wind helped me on that one, but ended up in the fairway in pretty good shape. So again, my second shot. I'm 305 yards out. No, I'm not making it to the green with my hybrid, but I like to get a good strike and get it up there so I can have a not too difficult wedge in. Wind still coming right to left at my back, and I'll be using my 3 hybrid. It says my 3 wood down there, but I didn't swing my 3 wood or driver at all today. It was all 3 hybrids. So that one, not a great strike. Definitely pushed it left. Uh, I'm not OB though, so that was the good thing. Not OB. 120 yards to the pin. With the wind coming right to left, I can still get my green in regulation here. I've got a minus 20% reduction, so playing like 120, 120, you know, roughly about 144, playing like roughly about 144 to the pin, 143 to the pin with uh, with the wind assist. Um, Again, got a strike on that. Probably used my 9 iron for that one. Ended up short. Wasn't a great strike. That was not a good strike. Ended up short. Uh, 13 yards from the pin. It's down 0.1 of a yard. I should have did some lining up with my chip shots here. You know, I didn't even think about to do that. You know, adjust my line. But I'm going to use my lob wedge here. I'd like to carry it, you know, about 8 yards, overhit that, roll it through the concede circle, and end up with a 8.5 foot putt. Pretty level ground, left to right. Should adjust my line here to the left. Felt good, like I said, I felt good about my putting today on square. So with this putt, I'm feeling pretty confident that I can make this putt. But I miss it to the right and end up with a bogey. So 41, par 36 for the front nine. I end up shooting a 41 and moving on to hole number 10. So hole number 10 is a 242 yard, up 6.5 feet. I've got a win, you know, right to left, carrying right to left, you know, behind me. Don't really say it's behind me, kind of at my right side, but I'll adjust my target line here with my hybrid. So the projected distance is 218 yards. I'm going to carry this my hybrid. I don't think I'm going to carry it that far. Uh, so I aim short of the bunkers and to the right. Get a good strike on it. I carried that to exactly where I want it to be for that shot. Carry it 203 yards, right to where I was aiming. And that leaves me with a 42, you know, almost 43 yard shot here, up three, you know, almost 3.5 yards. My third shot here, my second shot here. So definitely want my green in regulation here and would like to get it close for a birdie chance. Got my lob wedge. And I thought struck that well. I thought I got that over the bunker, but I didn't. Ended up in the bunker. Uh, yeah, an F bomb was dropped there because I thought I got it. I thought with that one, as soon as I struck it, I went, "Oh, that's going to make it," but it didn't. It was short. Leaves me with 17 yards, up 1.7 yards in the bunker with a minus 40% deduction. So I make it chip. I make a shot out of the bunker. Not great. Got a lot of roll on it, but I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. Still gives me a par putt, right to left, 17-foot putt to the pin, right to left. pretty good speed on the slope here, right to left. So I'm going to put it further out, further right. My target line is, you know, couldn't tell you really how far that is, maybe about a foot outside the hole. But it didn't even, I hit it way too hard, so it didn't even have a chance to have the, you know, to capture the break. Hit it right through the concede circle, and I ended up with a 10-foot putt. 10-foot putt, left to right. Now I'm concerned about a double bogey here. Would really like to make this putt. It's got a you know, a pretty good slope left to right. I aim my line, you know, a pretty good distance left of the hole, make the putt, and I sink it for my bogey. So I am really happy about getting that bogey there. But that was you know, a real opportunity to get a par at least. After my second shot, during my second shot, but didn't convert it, so ended up with a bogey. Hole 11, 378 yards, down 1.6 yards. Got a wind coming left to right at my left side. Good wind, 10 miles per hour, so I should end up adjusting my my target line here to the left. I'm looking at those bunkers as my aim point. Maybe just a little bit on the left side of the fairway. I'm not sure. Oh, I didn't really adjust that aim line, and got a strike here out to the right. Probably should have adjusted my target line. Probably would have had a better shot. But anyways, in the rough, 216 yards to the pin, minus 10% reduction. So playing roughly like 237, 238 to the pin, with a good wind at 10 miles an hour left to right coming at me. I adjust my target line to the center of the green, hoping I can get a real good strike with this 3 hybrid. This 3 hybrid, I'm probably thinking I've got to give this everything I got. And as a result, I end up, oh yeah, okay. So I don't think I was probably even thinking about going with this with my hybrid. End up carrying it 162 yards there, leaving with 51 yards. 51 yards to the pin, up one yard. Going to use my lob wedge. 43 yards to the front of the green. That was probably something I should have took notice of too. Didn't really pay attention to that, you know, the distance to the front of the green. Get my strike with my lob wedge. I got really lucky there. I just barely made it over the bunker, carried it, and I rolled that thing right through the green to the back of the green. So now I'm in the rough, backside of the green, minus 10%. Going to use my lob wedge, 7.6 yards to the pin. Like to just chip this, you know, maybe to 5 yards, and hopefully, you know, it can check up and stop in the concede circle. This is my par putt. Carry that chip way too far, roll it right through the concede circle, and I end up with a almost a 10-foot putt left to right for a bogey putt. I really want to make this bogey putt. If I can make a bogey putt, then, you know, I'm not too upset about that. So left to right, feel good about this putt again. 9 feet 8 inches. Not a crazy slope left to right. Make the strike, and I drop it. That was a good putt. Like I said, I had some good putts today, and that was one of my that was a good putt I made for my bogey. So I was happy to get out of there with a bogey. Hole number 12, par 5, 437 yards to the pin, up 11.3 yards. I've got a wind left to right, uh, side wind left to right, almost 10 miles per hour. So I got another decent wind here, and I should adjust my target line to the left side of the fairway. Yeah, making the adjustment now. 3 hybrid off the tee. So yeah, make my strike. Got a good strike there. Think I'm getting some nice play from the wind. Carry that 191 yards. Total distance 197 yards with the rollout. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that strike with my 3 hybrid. Leaves me with 256 into the pin. Left to right wind, almost 10 miles an hour. Going to use my 3 hybrid for a strike, for this strike. If anybody's thinking about the Square Golf Launch Monitor, if you're thinking about buying it, they do have a new one coming out, the Omni. I'll talk about that in a second. So I get that strike, and now I see where I ended up. I'm in the rough here, not OB, but I'm like, oh man, I'm in big trouble here. But when I got up to the ball, I was like, oh, it's not so bad. Must have got some roll through the heavy grass there, the high grass there, and end up 97 yards to the pin. Going to use my sand wedge here. Should end up adjusting my target line to the left side, center of the green. Got a minus 10% reduction. So yeah, so Square's got a new launch monitor coming out, the Omni. Looks fantastic. I think pre-orders are going on right now. I don't think it's being shipped out yet, but should be soon. The monitor I'm using is the Square Golf Launch Monitor. They call it the Home Edition. I call it the OG because it was a disruptor, and I love it. So I got my strike there with my sand wedge. Hit it exactly where my target line was, to the center of the green. Now I've got 2 putts to make my par, but if I can sink this, then I walk away with my birdie. But I'm happy if I can par this. So 23, almost 24 feet out. It's up 2 inches. So yeah, so the Square Golf Launch Monitor, the Home Edition one I'm using, the OG, was a disruptor. Great launch monitor. So I hit that right through. I strike that way too hard, right through the concede circle, and now I've got a 10-foot putt, over a 10-foot putt for my par. Not real happy about that, but like I said, I was pretty confident with my putting today. I got a left to right here. So yeah, the Square Golf Launch Monitor, the Home Edition, the OG, fantastic, fantastic golf launch monitor. Make my strike there, and I sink it. Pretty happy with that putt for a par. Felt good, but my putting felt great today, and a couple of the approach shots I made today I felt really good about. So hole 13, par 3, 193 yards to the pin, up 5.7 yards. Moderate wind, 5.4 miles per hour, right to left. I select my 5-iron for this strike. But yeah, the Square Golf Launch Monitor, fantastic golf launch monitor. If you're thinking about building a sim and looking for a launch monitor, you don't want to go crazy on price. If you can get a Square Golf Launch Monitor, they're fantastic. The Home Edition, the OG, fantastic golf launch monitor. Fantastic for putting. That's why I chose it. and it's just a great golf launch monitor. So I get my strike on here with my 5-iron. I do not carry it to the pin. It wasn't even a very good strike, but you know, not too much damage done in front of the green, 30 yards. Uh, I choose my sand wedge here. I just want to do a bump and run up there, and hopefully I can get it close to the. I would love to get it into the concede circle, so I get my par here. But I'm just going to do a bump and run with my sand wedge. Pin is 1.1 yards elevated up. Get my strike, and I'm like, get in that concede circle, get in that. But ended up short. You know, not a bad bump and run, but I got an 8-foot putt, pretty level ground, slightly uphill, left to right. But you know, again, feeling pretty good about my putting today on the square. So I was feeling pretty confident about this putt. Not a crazy left to right slope. Just play it on outside the pin, make a nice strike, and I sink it for my par. So pretty good putt. Moving to the 14th. So I had my in and out reverse. It says moving to the 5th hole. I had my in and out reverse, but I'm actually on hole number 14. Hole number 14 is a par 4, 305 yards to the pin, elevated 7.6 yards. Got a wind right to left at my side, 7.1 miles per hour. Going to use my 3 hybrid. And like I said, using my Kirkland irons today, I love my Kirkland. I love those Kirkland irons. I think they're fantastic clubs. Lots of reviews of them on YouTube. Picked them last week up at Costco, and you can absolutely watch any of the YouTube videos on them, and you'll see what irons they're compared to out there. But I think they're fantastic irons. So if you're looking for a set of irons, definitely take a look at those. And the price was fantastic. So my strike on that was my 3 hybrid. I carried that 190 yards into the fairway. It was a good strike with the wind that was playing there. I was really happy with that, getting that into the fairway. I thought it was a great strike. So now I'm at 111 yards, elevated 1.2 yards. Got that wind now coming at me at 7.1 miles an hour. So I'm going to use. I can't remember. It's saying, I think, pitching wedge, but I think I switch it. I think I use my gap wedge on this. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I switched it to my gap wedge. So I'm going with my gap wedge right now. I adjusted my line right of the pin, a little closer to the center. Make a nice strike with a nice little draw coming in there, and I stick it in the concede circle for my birdie. Great strike. Bringing that in, and I love this little spin at the when it hits the green. I love that little spin back. So great shot. Ended up with my birdie there. Great approach shot. So had great approach shots, some great approach shots today, and I was putting pretty well. Hole number 15 is a par 5, 462 yards, up 6.7 yards. Good wind coming right at me, 10.7 yards left to right. I'm not expecting to carry this hybrid very far. Uh, if I can carry this hybrid, to the 190, I'd probably be pretty satisfied with that. But yeah, you can see the courses on the Square Golf Launch Monitor. I mean, they're probably not to the level of like GS Pro, and I've never played GS Pro, but for me, they're decent. They're great. I love them. That's all I need. So I get a nice strike with my hybrid there, and yeah, I carry that 191. Was hoping to carry that about 190, so carry that 191 right into the fairway with a nice little fade, and pretty happy with that. So par five, my second shot, 270, almost 276, 277 out with the elevation, 281 out. Strong wind coming right at me now. No, I'm not going to carry this hybrid very far. Again, I'd like to get it about 190 if I can. Get a nice little draw on that. But I end up in the heavy rough to the left of the fairway. But only 79 yards out. I got a minus 10% reduction, so up 5.5, 84, probably around 92, 93 yards. Uh, Says my lob wedge there. I think yeah. So yeah, went with my sand wedge. Went with my sand wedge there. Want to carry it over those bunkers. I really don't want to be in those bunkers. I think, a pretty good strike on here. Yeah, so I get a nice strike, carry that 81 yards, and end up 7 feet from the pin, left to right. Pretty level ground, slightly uphill. Going to adjust my target line to the left of the pin, not too much, probably two, three, maybe one. Yeah, three. I'm not sure what each of those, when you adjust it left or right, which distance, what how much distance that is. If it's one ball, half a ball, but I would say I probably got this out a ball and a half and make a strike and make a putt, and nice speed, carried beautifully into the hole. Again, putting was pretty good today. So end up with my birdie there. End up, right now I'm even par on the back nine. Pretty happy about that. And now I'm coming to the 16th hole. 284 yards, up 3.9 yards, par four. Here's where I've started thinking, oh man, I could maybe break 80 if I can, keep it to maybe a par bogey if I can grab a birdie. But now I'm starting to think, oh man, maybe I can break 80 here. So that's what I'm playing around in my head on this tee shot. Got my hybrid. Got my target line is carry it down there. I'd like to carry it about 202 yards into the fairway. But as I'm saying, I was thinking, man, I could break 80 here, and I make a terrible strike. OB. Now I'm worried about I'm worried. I'm worried about breaking. You know, I'm not gonna break 80. So I tee it up again. Now that I don't got that worry now of breaking 80, I'm just like, okay, let's make a good strike here. Was thinking too much about breaking 80. So now I'm just want to get a decent strike, and I push it left again. But I'm like, oh man, I make some contact with the trees. I end up left. Thank God I'm not OB. It is playable. Not great here. So I got trees in my way. Right now I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna aim, I'm gonna switch my target aim way right. I just want to chip it out to the fairway and give myself a chance for a bogey. you know, give myself a chance for a bogey, but I'm realistically looking at this. This could be a double bogey, but I just want to chip it out to the fairway and give myself a chance. So I've got a 10% reduction. I use my lob wedge here. I overhit that, way overhit that, and carry it into the bunker. So now I got a tough bunker shot, minus 40% reduction. You know, I can just barely, you know, I can only see the top of the flag, so it's really elevated. Um, 35 yards, 36 yards to the pin, elevated 3.5 yards. Um, I don't even know, like, I'm like, man, I had a decent round going. I had a decent round going, a chance to break 80, but now I've come to 16 and kind of fallen apart on 16. I do get it out of the bunker onto the green. Not a bad bunker shot. I mean, I guess if I made that bunker shot in real life, I'd be okay with it, and you know, with what I was faced with. But I got a 23 and a half foot putt, right to left, pretty level ground, slightly uphill. So I don't think it's gonna the break on this is gonna be real crazy. Just want to get it into the concede circle for a two putt. And I did. I got it. Oh, yeah, I got it in the concede circle. Triple bogey. Shot a 7 on that hole, so kind of fell apart on number 16. But it is what it is. So come to hole 17, par 3, 164 yards, up elevated 4.1 yards. Got a wind going right to left, you know, behind me. So I definitely think I'm going to want to use some of this wind, strong wind, you know, 10, almost 11 miles an hour. So I adjust my target line to the right side of the fairway. I'm right side of the green, hoping I can get some assistance from the wind to carry that in there. 164 yards. Probably would have went with my 8-iron here. I think that's saying 8-iron down there. Probably would have went with my 8-iron, hoping I can get some help with the wind, but I don't make a good strike on that. Top the ball, pushed it left. But I mean, all in all, not too bad. You know, I'm up near the green. I'm in the rough. Got a 25 yards to the pin. Pretty level ground. Left to right. I think I adjusted my target line here. This is where I might have said, oh, okay, you know, you got to start adjusting your target line for these chips. No, I didn't. Uh, didn't make a great chip on it. But this is my putt for the par. So for my par. So I got a 12-foot putt for par, level ground, slightly uphill, left to right, a good left to right slope. Should put this out about 3 or 4 clicks. That's the 4th click. Might go one more, 5. So I put that out 5 clicks for this left to right 12-footer. Felt good about the putt. Felt confident about the putt. And I drained it. I came in with some heat on that putt, uh, but I made the putt. So was happy about that. Ended up getting my par. And now I'm going to the final hole, number 18. Uh, if I can shoot a birdie here, I shouldn't have been thinking about it, but I'm thinking if I can get a birdie here, I can break 80. Um, I try to just shake that right off and not think about it after hole number 16. So I'm on hole 18, par 4, 351 yards to the pin, down 18.7 yards. Got a win right to left at my side, 9.5 yards. So using my 3 hybrid, uh, I make a nice strike with this. The wind's helping me. I'm carrying that into the fairway, make a really great strike with this. Carry that 224 yards. Definitely got some wind assist on that. Just barely into the rough. So it's going to give me a 10% reduction, but I'm 123.5 yards to the pin, down 3.3 yards, and I still got that strong wind left to right, moderate wind left to right. I should adjust my aim here. Uh, or I can't remember, was I just going to leave my aim line there and just hope it carried me to yeah. So I'm going with my gap wedge here, hoping to carry this to the green uh, with some wind assist, and got to make a good strike with my gap wedge here if I'm going to get this to the green. Get a good strike with my gap wedge, and definitely getting some wind assist there. Um, Carried it to the left side of the green into the rough. 10% reduction with a 17-yard chip shot here. So I'm going to grab my lob wedge. Want to carry this maybe about, you know, 15 yards, hoping to carry it and get some rollout. Put it in the front of my stance. Uh, I switch it up to my sand wedge. I want to go with my sand wedge now. Probably going to put it in the middle of my stance. I do adjust my target line, finally adjusting my target line for my chips. I get a pretty good chip there. Carry it into the concede circle and get my par. So that's my round. Let me just pause this. That's my round. GC Sunny Bay Square Golf Launch Monitor. Shot an 80, 6 over par. Number 16 really hurt me. Started thinking too much about possibly breaking 80. Um, Duffed the one off into OB off to the left and ended up with a three over three over par on that hole. So that number 16 really hurt me. Had some 3 putts here. Could have you know did a lot better if I was paying attention to my putting right away. Not noticing the slopes and the inclines, declines really hurt me for 3 putts. So I could have, had some reduction on my strokes there. Had some great approach shots. I think I had 3 great approach shots into the concede circle that gave me birdies. And when I was starting to pay attention to my putting, I was putting. I putted really well today, making some really great putts today. So yeah, that's the round GC Sunny Bay. Uh, 6 over par, total 80. Um, Square Golf launch monitor, great launch monitor, fantastic launch monitor. Highly recommend the launch monitor. Using Kirkland Signature irons today and using my hybrid off the tee. So great irons. Going to do some more videos like this if you want to see any of the other courses on Square Golf Launch Monitor. There's lots to choose from, so I will do some more videos of those. And if you could, I appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. And until the next video, is there any like content you would like to see, like anything to do with square golf launch monitors or anything like that, any type of golf content, let me know and I'll try to get it done for you. But with all that being said, have a great day and hit them straight.